What up, world? Welcome to another episode of RMT, That's Real Man Talk. It's your boy, Stan the Man, coming to you with another great conversation piece on today. And before we get started, I want to thank you for joining me here on RMT. On today, I really want to talk about not connecting your emotions to somebody else's bitterness. One thing about life is that people that are bitter, people that are discouraged, people that dislike their own life, they tend to not only carry around baggage, but they also have people around them that support their bitterness and support what they do. See, one thing that I have learned is that people that have issues always need someone to talk to, always need someone to agree with them, to reassure how they're feeling, to make sure that they confirm the way that they feeling is correct. But I'm gonna tell you today, don't let somebody else's issues become your problems. Because once they becomes your problems and you start to fight for something that don't even affect you, that is something that's on them that has came over on you and it don't even work. I mean it don't even mess with you. It don't even affect your life in any type of way. Let me give you an example. You can have somebody that you are currently dating. You can have somebody that you, just say somebody that you work with. And they come and just say the boss say something to them or something happened at work that affects them. They come to you to complain about other people and complain about how this change is affecting them. And all of a sudden you get on board to rally for them, to speak up for them. And it's something that don't even affect you directly. Now, am I saying that people don't get done wrong or in certain situations that you should help people out? Yes, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, sometimes that is not none of your business. And as human beings, sometimes we get the urge to want to help because we have been not only manipulated to want to help them, but we feel like we obligated because they might do something nice for us or have been a good person. So we feel like, okay, well, maybe I should go and do this for them. Maybe I should help them out and make sure they get the justice that they need. But let me say this. Sometimes it might be God's way of teaching them a lesson and you getting in the way of it. Sometimes it might be God's way of teaching them a lesson and you getting in the way of it. One thing that we do, we let people come unload on us and we shouldn't let them do that. You ask me, what are you talking about unload? You'll let them come and talk about other people to you. You'll let them come, you'll let them come speak down on leadership. You'll let them come speak down on another man, on another woman. You'll let them come talk about their own kids, talk about, and I'm not saying somebody vent, but I'm somebody constantly always got something negative to say about everybody. So they are feeding that negativity into you. You might be a positive person, but we have to learn how to block that out because we'll find ourselves starting to gossip. We'll find ourselves starting to have a negative image about the person that they're talking about when that's not even our grievance with that person. That's their grievance. So now we have made their grievance against that person our grievance and we didn't have nothing to do with it. But because this person has constantly been coming around gossiping, this person has constantly been coming around feeding us negative things, and we've been eating it up. And since we've been eating it up, it's in our spirit. So we might leave from where we were at, come to our house, and now we got a negative spirit. We start gossiping. We start getting into it. A lot of those things will start to transfer over into our life because we accepted the garbage that they dumped on us instead of rejecting it. You have to understand that one thing I had to learn is that I'm not a garbage can. And I can't continue to let you come dump all your trash on me. I got to carry this mess around. I got to carry this to my household. I got to carry this into whatever that I'm doing. So we got to start building up our defenses to make sure that we block all this negative stuff that people are coming trying to feed to us. Sometimes we can be nice about it. Sometimes we might have to be a little rude to keep that away from us. But you could just nicely say, well, you know what? I had to get to a point. You know what? I don't want to talk about so and so. I don't want to talk about them, the situation. I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna just leave it alone. Sometimes we have to do that in order to protect ourselves. Because I'm gonna say this. This person can come, put all this stuff on you, say all these things to you, give you all this negative energy, leave it with you and go on about their day because they are that type of negative person. So the outcome is not going to have any effect in their life because their life is negative anyway. So it's not affecting them. I don't care how much negativity, how much they do, how much a facade that they put on when they are working within their energy. So since they have their energy within them, when they go wherever, it's still going to be the same thing for them, but not for you. See, you trying to live your life right. You trying to do the right things. You trying to be a good person. So that negativity is going to affect you a different way. And since it's going to affect you a different way than what they doing, you're going to have to protect yourself. Let me say this. People don't care, right? They don't care. People don't care because as long as they getting what they need out of the situation, they probably don't care about you. Most people that have negativity, most people that are gossiping, most people that are doing those type of things, they don't care about you anyway. Let's get that out the way. One thing they care about is getting their way. A person that's not getting their way is the most bitter. They are the most bitter person that you will ever meet because I can't get my way. Because I can't get my way, I always got something to say negative. I always got to talk about somebody. I always got to seek something that makes me feel good. Not to help everybody out as a whole, but to make me feel good. And since I'm not feeling good about the situation, I'm going to make sure that everybody else know. And I'm going to treat everybody the way I want to treat them because I don't feel good about the situation. And that's going to affect me. And I'm going to make everybody else's life worse. People that can't make sacrifices or look out for somebody else, they always act like that. Or let me say this. Certain people can wear a good mask, right? And when I say a good mask, they will act like they're helping. They'll act like they doing something. It'll seem like they doing something. But as a whole, they really not making any sacrifices. Let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example. Let's say for instance you got a food truck, right? You got a food truck and they say that you sell chicken. You got a food truck, you sell chicken, you got a surplus of chicken. So selling chicken or giving some chicken away, it ain't nothing to you. So if somebody came up and you gave them a plate of chicken, well, I'm just looking out for you, I'm just this and that, I'm just this and that. It's not no sacrifice that comes with that. But just say that you don't sell chicken, but just say you selling fries and you don't have as much fries. So you giving away more fries, that's more of a sacrifice. See, even with your time, it's more when a person is not really sacrificing nothing in their life, when they doing something that's easy or is already being done or you have a surplus of, it's not no sacrifice. So people use what they have a surplus of to make it look like I'm always helping, to make it look like, yeah, I'm looking out for you. But in all actual reality, they are looking out for themselves. Those type of individuals that look out for their self, they become so bitter because I'm just looking out for me and not looking out for people as a whole. I really don't want to look out for people. I really want the attention on me. I'm doing something to get something out of somebody else. That's how they act. They not actually want to help you. They don't actually want to do nothing for you. They want the information that you have. They want the protection that you have. They want the influence that you have. They want to use that. They don't actually want to help you. So let me ask you, when was the last time that person that's trying to use you actually did something that don't help them, but actually just help you? It actually just help you. Where the sacrifice on their end, they not get nothing from it. They not getting nothing from it, and it's taken away from them in order to give to you. When was the last time that person did that? When the last time they did that? You probably say, well, they ain't never did that. I know they haven't. Because those type of people are not the type of people that go out and help. But let me say this. Things to protect yourself from this, you have to start setting up boundaries. You have to set up, well, I'm not going to listen to this. I'm not going to listen to that. Even gossiping shows or gossiping people, because we do live in a day and age of technology and the internet. Everything is moving so fast. So we have all type of information that comes to us right at our fingertips. So since we got all type of information that's jumping at us here and there, you got different people that speak negative about everybody. You got different people that they whole show, they whole existence is about talking bad about people or just trolling, talking about other people's lives. That's it. All the negative stuff, because let's be honest, we live in a society that people love to see other people doing worse than them, or we see them falling off their high horse. Oh, they were so arrogant, they this and that, now they falling. I'm so glad to hear about bad stuff going on in celebrity lives or bad stuff going in other people's lives, period. And so a lot of the drama, a lot of the negative stuff, people can gravitate to that, and people want to be involved in that. But that's because people don't want to live right. People don't want to be positive. People don't want to do good things, because don't get it wrong. You can do stuff positive and still take off. But the negative stuff catch on faster. And so since the negative stuff catch on faster, a lot of people don't like speaking truth to power. Because if I tell the truth, people not going to like me. If it's not drama, people not going to watch me. So dang, I'm in between. So let me go over here and say something crazy real quick to get this going. Then you stuck over there, continue to say negative things and continue to gossip and do all these things to get attention. Now you done lost yourself. But I'm gonna tell you this. You setting up, after you set up those boundaries to protect yourself from blocking friends, blocking people that post negative stuff, unfriending people that post negative stuff, not following people that's posting negative stuff. What are you pouring into yourself? Since you got all that negativity, you still got to get that negative and that gossiping up out of you. So the next time you talk or your conversation won't be about gossiping, won't be about talking about people. So what are you putting into yourself so you won't produce any negativity? What come out of you will be not only what come out of you, not only will it be positive, but it'll be something that'll be uplifting. It'll be something that's encouraging. It'll be something that can build somebody. It'll be constructive information that you can give to somebody to build them up. Are you studying? Are you reading? What are you feeding into yourself? So when you do have something to put out, or you do have something to say, it won't be negative. It won't be gossiping. And then the next thing is like, have you looked in the mirror to see, are you really that type of person? We lie to ourselves to say that I don't like to gossip. I just gossip with them. You like to gossip. I don't like looking out for myself, but you do just look out for yourself. You're not looking out for a team. You're not looking out for your family. You're looking out for your own well-being to make sure that you okay. Are you looking in the mirror to be honest with yourself about the characteristics that you display and the way that you act and the things that you do? Are you honest with yourself about it? Because if you are never honest with the type of person that you are, or if you're afraid of somebody telling you the type of person that you are and you get upset about it, you would never be able to change. You'll never be able to change. because you don't see yourself as the problem. You don't see yourself as the issue. If you don't, you probably the person that's being manipulative. You probably the person that's looking out for yourself. You probably the person that's gossiping. You probably the person that's putting forth an image to look like you got it all together, to look like I'm your friend, to look like I'm positive, to look like I'm doing the right thing. But in all actuality, you probably the worst person that somebody could ever meet, because you looking out for yourself. You manipulative, and what you gonna do, you gonna use people to get what you want and to get where you want to, and then just lead them to the side. Now, if you want to be that type of person, that's on you. Log off. You ain't got to listen to me. I don't care if that's the type of person that you want to be. But I'll tell you this. And everybody that does that, everybody that want to be like that, just want to look out for themselves, deep down inside, when they get by themselves, they feel bad. They don't even like themselves. They don't like themselves. A lot of women don't like themselves when they putting on pounds of makeup. They got to put on pounds of makeup. I got to dress like this. I got to do this. I got to do all this. I got to put on. I got to show everybody. See when everything's done for a show, when you do everything for a show, that's how I know that your heart is not in the right place, when you're doing everything for a show. When everybody got to see, when you got to tell everybody what you did. You got to do everything for a show. I'm going to say this. I'm gonna say this too. Us as men, one thing we got to do, you have to protect not only your information, you got to protect your feelings, and you got to protect your household. And you be like, okay, I know you got to protect your household. But what I'm saying is that it's people out here, men, women, it's people out here that are looking to take advantage of you. They're looking to take advantage of you. They are seeking information because you got the information that they need to move up. So they're seeking you out. They're watching you. They're listening to you. They are taking information, say, okay, they like this, they like this, they like that. They're taking all that information, coming and giving you exactly what you need. You're not getting anything in return from them. All the information, everything that you're putting out is benefiting them. What they're giving you is not no benefit. What they doing, they're feeding your ego. They're making sure that you laugh, making sure that you feel good, but you're not actually getting anything out of it. You're not getting anything out of it. So you have to understand that, man, us as men, we have to safeguard that, because if you don't safeguard that, you'll end up taking your damaged self and the issues that other people are putting on you, and you'll put it on your family. You'll take it out on your family. You'll take it out on the people that you love, and you won't even know it. But it's because you have let other people come in and mess up your peace and mess up who you are because of mess that they're feeding you. And now you're giving it to your family. Now, it might not necessarily be the same mess, because this person might be arguing with their spouse. You're not arguing with your spouse. Y'all not into it. All of a sudden, now you into it with them. You getting into it with your spouse. Y'all into it. You and your wife arguing because you done came around this person. You was having a good day, laughing and talking with people. This person that came around, now all of a sudden, dang, they point out everything everybody else did. Oh, they did this, and they did that. Just negative. But as men, make sure that you safeguard not only your heart, safeguard your mind, your emotions, your spirit, your energy. You have to safeguard that, because everybody don't deserve the best version of you. Everybody don't deserve that. Now, Do you need to go out and make sure that you're doing everything that you possibly can do right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you always put out the best work that you can put out, but certain versions of you, certain people don't need to see. People don't need to see that version of you that you give to your family. A lot of the outside world, they don't need to see that. They don't need to see the type of person you are with your family. I mean, they can see that, but you don't have to give that version to everybody. And I think as men, we have to, we have to cart, we have to. One thing is men, we have to separate and box out each section of our life on what version who gonna get. When I'm at work, people get a certain version of me. When I'm at home, that's my best version with me and my family. When I go to church, it might be another version of me. When I go around my friends, might be a different version of me. Not that I'm not the same person, but the things that I give, the things I say, and the things I receive is going to be different because I got to protect me and I got to protect my household. So, young man, don't feel like that you have to put your all or you have to give everybody all the information that you have. You don't have to do that. The best thing to do is pray and help and ask God to help you give the give. Best thing to do is to pray so God can put up some safeguard and some parameters to protect you from people like this. Because people like this are very manipulative. They very manipulative. And you won't even see it coming. So make sure that you guard your mind, man. Guard your peace and guard your soul, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Is there anything in this conversation that touched you or moved you? Drop it in the comments and man, I'm going through that. I have went through that. I appreciate that. Until next time, stay in the man. I'm out. Peace.